Hi all, skincare fans and do-it-yourself skincare enthusiasts and fellow estheticians. My name is Christine Beyer and I have been a licensed esthetician and practicing esthetician for 18 years. And I just wanted to talk about some new things that are coming up that I'm excited about. I am continuing my education with the fibroblast therapy, and I'm posting some pictures here of my before and after. And I think I jumped the gun on my last video saying that the fibroblast therapy didn't work because I had too much fat under my chin. And I think I have too much fat on my body right now too, so working on it. The more I look at it, the kind of better I think it's looking. I think it's coming up a little bit, and it's really surprising to me. I think I'm, you know, how we have the one area that we just sort of hone in on and we're like, oh, this drives me crazy, you know. And that area for me, as everybody knows, my neck. So excited about that. I feel like, you know, I'm gonna get some more work done. I can see how this could become addictive. But the treatment's a little bit painful, so maybe not so much. But I am going back down to Tampa, and I'm going to see Isabel Brown again. I am going to be doing some one-on-one training with her. Now, for those of you who don't know, Isabel Brown has a very advanced method of doing fibroblast, and actually it's not even plasma, so like this plasma blasting and all that. Her technique is slightly different, and she has never said that it is plasma. So anyway, it's still an exciting treatment. I want to be as well trained in this modality as possible. I will also be taking a 2-day course in Michigan. I think that's in May, that I'm very excited about. And you know, the study continues, and this seems like a modality that you just have to be really good at. And if you are a layperson and thinking about getting this treatment, go to Europe or find somebody that's been doing it here for a long time. It's just so new here. I would definitely go to somebody who's really seasoned with this, and then make sure you use recovery afterwards. Just use it day and night. And you will heal up fine. I'm also going on a me trip because everybody knows I said in a couple of my videos how burned out I have been feeling. I feel like I'm finally turning the corner. Got some cool things coming up. My website's been revamped. It's gonna roll out a brand new website at the end of next month, and that's exciting. So it would be a much easier user experience than the clunky site I have up right now. So apologies, but it's on the way. Oh, and tomorrow, I'm getting Botox. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of this. And who is it? Lillian or Tros? What is her? I can't never ever pronounce her last name. Lillian. She's a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's like, muscle versus skin, the muscle always wins. And I'm like, that is so true. I mean, I Onma this and everything, but it's just what I do. You know, I'm a warrior. I'm a thinker, and that's my point. That I can release it, but then my daughter's like, your scar. And I'm like, it's a wrinkle. Jane Mann actually gave a really eye-opening presentation at my last coaching group, and she was talking about how we wanted to age. And there were 4 groups. There were like the perfectionist, you know, so this is like Ivanka Trump, who just does not want to age, right? She's doing everything she can so that everything looks perfect, but it looks perfectly weird all put together, right? And there are some other people that we know that just their faces are so overdone. Individually, eyes look perfect, everything looks perfect, but it just looks wrong altogether. And then there are the wild children who just age and never do anything to their face and look fabulous. Now, I think maybe 0.002% of the population can get away with that. You have to be like really thin and like all muscle. I don't know what you have to do, but you have to have good genes to be able to age great and not give a damn. I'm not quite there yet. And so Jane was talking about, you know, and then there are the subtles, the women who are subtle. Oh, but backing up, she talked about the forgotten. So as an esthetician, I don't see many forgotten faces. These are women who just kind of give up. They're not wild children because they do care, but they have just given up on themselves, you know, and it's sad. I do see some clients like this that come in and they actually apologize for looking so bad, and you're like, just come in and see me more often. They're called the forgotten. And if you ever get a chance to take a class with Jane, and she is teaching, I think coinciding with the Vegas show at the end of it, at the beginning, I can't remember which, and I think I need to register for that class because she said she wouldn't be teaching anymore, and then she came out with this other class. I'm like, so I need to get on the horn and arrange a trip to Vegas in June. But so she's talking about these women, and I was like, so it's freaking okay for me to go get Botox. I just got my face burned off. Of course I can get Botox. I mean, I feel like I look at myself and I'll feel happy, but this is just, and then sometimes when I'm worried or been studying or researching something, this hurts. It just hurts from you know, your cheeks hurt when you laugh too much. This hurts on me. And I'm like, you know, what's a little Botox? So all you know, I'm not contra Botox. I've had it done twice before. Tomorrow will be my third time. I'm getting my favorite doctor. He's I think he's ready to retire, but he's got a great hand. He's in Noblesville. His name is Dr. Jackson. He is a sweetheart. I don't know how I always end up getting matched up with these really heart-centered people in my business, but for some reason I've been finding it. I've put that intention out there. So Neogenesis, good people, heart-centered business. My coach, Lori Crete, heart-centered. And I just feel like I find these people, and I know I'm off on this diatribe, but when you're trusting people with your face and your education and your mentality and how you see the world, when you're trusting people with that, you want them to be coming from an honest, pure place. And I feel like I attract that. And that being said, going back to Isabel, I feel like she's gotten a bad rap lately, and she is spectacularly talented, and she is learning more with each class. I'm a little bit ashamed of estheticians and the way that people have been just blasting her. And I think when anybody starts out with something new, and teaching is new to Isabel, she's learned a lot from her mistakes. But what I didn't anticipate was all the sort of trying to get my piece of the action, and you know, I want to be part of your business, and all this crap she's encountered. And it just feels like, oh my God, are these what other estheticians are up to? I mean, I pay yearly to be in Lori Crete's group because she has integrity and she's a good person, and I adore her. And we lift each other up is how we make it. That's how we make it, you know? That's how we make it. Not by tearing each other down and disqualifying people and trying to rip them off. I mean, it's just wrong. Anyway, I know I'm being all cryptic here, but just so much has happened. I've never seen a modality like evoke this sort of ire in people. It's just crazy. I've been like unfriended and kicked off groups and stuff, and I'm like, oh, come on, people. I mean, please. I don't get it. Anyway, I still highly endorse fibroblast and plasma treatments. I think in trained hands, they're wonderful treatments. I think if you are prepared for the healing process, if you've got LED, I think if and when I start offering this to my clients, I will offer them, you know, 2 LED treatments in the first week, just so they can kickstart the healing process. It will be a prerequisite that everybody is on Neogenesis. That's just going to be, and things that I know help heal the skin fast without scarring. So that's it. Thanks for letting me ramble, and I'll talk to you soon.